Did you see Bill Maher was talking to David Mamet recently?
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
There was so many myths in one conversation, but it really sums up how they see us, which I think is the Central Park 5 movie on Netflix. But Trump told us that the election was stolen. That had never occurred to us, I guess, right? So we all follow him. He's our Krishna, Hare Krishna guy. So when he says the election's stolen, we all go, the election was stolen because Trump said so. A. B, he encouraged us to riot at the Capitol on January 6th. And we did that because our cult leader told us that the election was stolen. And that's why we were so violent. That's why we were killing cops with fire extinguishers.
Insurrection.
And you're like, there's at least 6 reasons for January 6th. Anger at the media, anger at the rioting that was totally allowed, fiery but peaceful, all that. And yes, they thought the election was stolen, and they're right, it was. And then we had the flash bombs and all this other exacerbating the problem and making it worse. So the fact that Bill Maher, who doesn't do anything but work on his monologue and read the news and occasionally a prostitute if he gets horny, has no other life whatsoever. And the fact that he is still going by this like old lady trope shows you that they're incurious.
Yeah. And, you know, some of them just stick to the agenda. I don't know if what's in it for Bill Maher to stick to the Democrat agenda? He sees that every time he drifts into Republican, conservative, MAGA territory and is sympathetic or saying that they're right, that he gets a little bump. Like people go, yeah, Bill, that's pretty good.
You're open-minded.
So what's in it for him to still go with those crazy people think the election was stolen? Like all that. Yeah, it was. It's so obvious it was. This old doddering fool won by more votes than any other president in history. And if you look at any graph of it, it's an anomaly that cannot be explained. Yeah. And that alone would at least lead you to want to look deeper into it if you're a journalist. And they didn't do shit. And the judges maybe, hey, we want this to be looked at by the judicial system. And they went, nope, we're not even looking at it. And so everybody could say, well, it went through the courts and they said that it wasn't stolen.
I hate that one.
They didn't even look at the thing. Yeah, that's the worst one because they actually believe that the legal system looked at the evidence and determined that there wasn't a stolen election. But the fact is they didn't look at anything and just said, we aren't even going to look at it. And that was another excuse for them to pop out and say, see, debunked. It was obviously stolen. Like COVID obviously came from China. And all the shit they tried to do beforehand to say it wasn't is exactly what happened with the stolen election. And we're at the point now where everyone's kind of thinking, yeah, I think this was stolen. But so what? What does it matter?
And they also go, it was Trump's judges that said, no, it wasn't stolen. No, it was Trump's judges who out of getting involved in this and passed it over to the next. They passed the buck on that. No judges had the balls to take it up. And that's because judges are pussy. So they pretend that judges aren't pussy and they don't commit lawfare. But then when Trump is a felon, all of a sudden, you know, the law works. I don't understand. I mean, I guess in the first case, they were saying they're pretending to revere these judges that they don't revere at all. But I mean, the truth of the matter is our justice system is garbage. The whole felon thing. Ooh, Julian Assange. Like how many innocent people have we seen raked over the coals in the past 10 years?
Yeah.
Felon means nothing.
It's just so they could discredit them. Like they were under this impression that if they call or are able to put the felon label on Donald Trump, that there's no way he could win the election because he's a felon. And then they're like, well, one felony. So they just overkill the shit out of it. 34. So they can make it sound like it's such a bad thing. And it couldn't possibly be just one thing. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. 34. And the American people went, yeah, so who cares? We don't believe. That wasn't so much voting for a felon as it was not believing in the judicial system.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's as partisan as the political system is. The judicial branch of the government is absolutely as partisan as every other branch. Why shouldn't it be? But the people that are so delusional to think that judges are impartial, and it's just a coincidence that the Democrat judges are the ones keeping Trump from doing his agenda, and the Republican judges are the ones saying, nope, we're going to let him do it until we take the. What are the odds of that? 0. Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining. That's what it is. They're partisan. They're elected, they're appointed, but they're appointed by the elected officials that are a member of a party, and they will always toe that party line.
Show me another criminal who has a perfect record, 0 crimes. He's whatever Trump is, 78. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he has 34 felonies.
Yeah, at 70.
It took you long enough. How long have you been spying on this guy, waiting for him to up so you could drop the hammer on him? Did you see?
How long has he been a successful criminal? Think about that.
That's
like
impressive.
Just keeping one step ahead of the law for 75 years. It's
like Whitey
impossible.
Bulger or something.
Yeah.
Did you see Jake Tapper is all like, well, first of all, he says, I knew he goes, what was it? We talked about this last time, what the media was hiding. But now his whole thing was like, the Republicans were right. Trump was a victim of lawfare. And he's kissing our ass, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. We don't claim you. Sorry. The left hates him now because he stabbed them in the back. And now he's knocking on our door saying, hey, you guys are right. We were friends all along. No.
He's trying so hard to play both sides of the fence. He wants what came out in his book to exonerate the left.
Exactly, yeah.
Because when you hear some of the stuff he's talking about, it sounds like, and he presents it as, we weren't told. We reported accurately everything that we could possibly report based on what we were told. So that's kind of the left thing. And he's trying to save face there. But then the right, he's like, well, we knew there was an issue. We knew with you guys, we were just like you. We knew he had some mental issues. But we couldn't just report on it on our own. We couldn't get facts. And it's like, no, we're not buying that. You're a liar.
You're dumped. You. But and it does piss me off, though, because just like the very fine people and all these other dumb things, there'll be a massive swath, especially broads, who will still follow him over the cliff and say, no, he was wrong by that. He was just reporting what he was given. He's still my hero.
Yeah, well, that, Chris Cuomo's been using that one since he got the boot from CNN. We know, that is what they told us. What about everyone else that told you that the vaccine was dangerous and ivermectin was effective in certain cases? And that those people, you called them lunatics, mental patients, quacks, doctors, real doctors, not Jill Biden doctors, real doctors told this mother that there are cases where ivermectin and other remedies worked, and that the vaccine wasn't this safe, effective, 100%, you won't get it thing. And they crucified these people. And now he talks like, hey, we all knew, right? They screwed us, didn't they? Yeah. No, again, like, you want to kiss my ass? No, get away. You're not one of us.
It's like Noah's Ark. It's raining now, and they're all clamoring to get in, and I'm just pulling up the drawbridge. Sorry. We already have 2 giraffes. Bye.
Yeah, we have 2 pieces of fake journalists.
We already got 2 rats. You're not. You're not valued here.
Yeah, it's and now I guess what's her name? Karine Jean-Pierre. Is it
Karine Jean-Pierre? Yeah,
Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House spokesperson, the press secretary for Biden. She's got a book coming out in October, and she's leaving the Democratic Party. Her book is called Independent. I guess it's kind of a dual thing, like she's going to be an independent politically, but she's also an
strong, independent woman.
And, this is her chance to get out from under you were speaking for this mother and the party and the administration that no one even knew who was running it. Who was giving you your marching orders? Is that going to be in the book? Is she going to try to save her own credibility by saying, hey, they put a gun to my head every morning before I walked out there?
I was trying to fix it. I was trying to stop them. I was trying to tell the truth, but they kept stopping me and lying to me. I want to get on the boat. I'm on your side. No,
this is like Nuremberg. It's like after World War II, the Nuremberg trials, they bring all the Nazis in and they start trying them. And every one of them is going, hey, I didn't know what was going on.
I was just following orders.
The old following orders gag. I was just following orders. They're all doing the same thing, trying to get out from under it. But we all know, we're like, nah, sorry, man. You're a piece of shit.
Well, our mutual pal, Tony, he's obsessed with big tech. And his contention is that just like Jake Tapper and Karine Jean-Pierre, big tech realizes, we're on the losing team right now. And these people might want revenge. They might want to punish us. And we could get sued for censorship. Because Compound Censored is monetized on YouTube. We still couldn't advertise on Facebook, right?
Yeah. They're jerking us around real bad. They just keep making me jump through 5 more hoops to try to advertise on Facebook. It's very strange.
So it's still not mainstream acceptance, but there's something going on behind the scenes where the left regrets their rampant hysteria and cancel culture.
I don't think it's as much regret as it is having no choice in the matter. Like, they see the way the wind's blowing. Believe me, if tomorrow everything was exactly the way it was 2 years ago, they would switch everything back.
Absolutely, and they will.
We'd be gone from the internet again. All the big companies would have their front web pages up with gay Pride Month. There'd be flags waving on every government building. Believe me, it would go right back to it. They are forced to this because, first of all, politically, they have to win votes. And they've seen the turn and know, like, oh, these motherfuckers are serious. Business-wise, it's just like anything else. They're like, what's in? What's hip? What's now? This month, and we'll change our advertising to reflect that. Gay flags and rainbow emblems, logos aren't working now. And I said this on my show. I go, they had a meeting after the election and for this quarter, whatever it is. And every corporation, they get in their meeting room and go, okay, what are we doing? It's Pride Month. Do we do this? And then the accountant and the promo guy comes in and goes, yeah, we've workshopped this and we did some analysis, and it's just not in our best interest to run with this Gay Pride Month. We're not going to on it, but we're not running with it this year. Okay, there it is. And that's what happens. They don't care. They never cared. Even when it was viable, they put it up on their website. It wasn't because they gave a shit about gays.
Yeah.
They said this will help us sell more tires or umbrellas. So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.